see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Boise State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Fletcher. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Rice's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Now on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Here we go. They'll run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Now the pitch. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but no, he's established the tempo of the football.
him in the spin cycle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
I love late in the game, getting my quarterback coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. A hand to the running back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking for his man in the middle. And it's caught inside the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. On the double. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run the option. Smashes through. And he's able to bounce. But still not a whole lot of running room. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Defense rolling out the big buck, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to throw for it. Got his man quickly. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry up.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
What a nifty one there to pick up the first down. And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want.
Running for the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
They'll run the option. The pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. What a play call there. Jesse, I fully expected them to throw.
You did, Reese. I did. Everybody in the stadium did. You know, the coaching staff did, too. Because of the defense they played, they were not expecting the offense to keep it on the ground, but kudos to them. They got fooled, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease. It's Atkins. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. It's tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Got the first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Owls will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Got some room into the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. They're trailing by 10 to Iowa. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. And the Broncos want to move quickly. Off play action on first down. Got a man. It's Gaines. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on 3rd. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? The Broncos look to keep this drive humming.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapse the pocket on that play.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. He's loose. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle. Gets the ball in his hands. He is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground.
Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games. There's still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse did love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense?
And he breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Gonna run it. It's Atkins. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Third and long at the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Finds space on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Rice rushes to the line. Now from inside the red zone. He caught it. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now on second and goal. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Rice! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Coaches say, we can't play you if you don't do what you're coached to do. We also can't play you if you only do what you're coached to do. That was just a great instinctive play.
That's a lot of do's, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? All I know is that guy's fast, and he continues to break tackles and make plays and scramble outside the pocket. He can do it all, so I don't know what to do.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Atkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the move is the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking to pass. It's Hendricks. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's caught.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available. High success rate.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
Powers through. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 30. Broncos headed quickly to the line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
What a snag by the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. here for the offense.
Black 24. Black 24. Set.
The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Hendricks. On a little time, lets it go. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Quarterback checking off. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
On the option. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Okay,
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
reload.
The give to the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly. 2 down. Blizzy.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a
Touchdown now! And the stomping has commenced.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by 11 to Iowa. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to the air one more time. Makes the grab. It's Kendricks. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Broncos are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. After the misfire, now on second down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He wants to throw here on second down. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field. Down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the plays.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down.
3:25.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Quick toss. Not enough space. And they'll finally track him down and shove him out at the 2.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's third and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on 4.
so close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now, Palmer, just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout